Hello everyone, Tina here. I hope you're having a fabulous day. Thanks so much for joining me. I'm super excited about this release. This release is from Pretty Pink Posh. It's their June release. There's so much in it. It's all about summer, ocean waves, and seashells, and I get to share it with you. I'm so excited about it. So we're going to take a look at everything that's new at Pretty Pink Posh, and then we're going to create a card today. I thought we'd make a shaker because there's some brand new elements that are perfect for shakers. There are some brand new clay confetti and some shaker beads. This one's fabulous. I love the little seashells in there. So cute. We'll be using this on our card today. But there's teals and blues. And a little bit of pale greens. Summer. It just says summer to me. This is called Beach Town. This one here is same thing. There's two different colors of shells, including some purples. It's called Underwater Mix. So pretty. And then there's three brand new seed beads. Not seed beads, I corrected. These are shaker beads. And can you hear them? I love the way they sound in shakers. And I love the way they feel in shakers. It just adds like a quality to your shakers. We're going to be using clay confetti in our card today. But I think this color would also be pretty in our card too. But we have, this one here is called Summer Fun. This one, I'm not sure what this one is called, but I'll leave a link to Pretty Pink Posh if you want to check it out. And then this one here is called Paradise Shaker Beads. So pretty. All about summer. I loving them. Okay, those are new. And there's some new stamp sets. This one is a smaller 3x4 stamp set. It's called Sentiment Strip Summer. This goes perfectly with the Pretty Pink Posh Sentiment Strip Die Set. And I just think it's all fun for summer greetings. That's new. Another 3x4 stamp set. It's called Summer Icons. And then there's a coordinating die set that goes with it. It's all about summer. You get some shells, some palm trees, sunglasses, sand bucket shovels, beach balls. How cute are these? Those are new. There's another there's a brand new 4x6 stamp set. It's a wreath. It's called Seashell Wreath. I love layering all the little elements over the wreath. Creates a lot of dimension, and the coordinating die makes it so easy to cut out the wreath. Super pretty. So that's brand new. There's another new stamp set. It's called Seashells. I just think it's gorgeous. And then there's a coordinating die set that will cut those elements out. The die set will also cut out the larger greeting here that says you are special. 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 And lastly, there's another 4x6 stamp set that's great for scene building. This one here is called Beach Fun. It has beach umbrellas, beach balls, sand castles, sand buckets. There is even a surfboard, which is super cute. Flip-flops. Just love it. The die set will cut everything out, including the sentiment with the scripty wish on there. And that is brand new also. Now we're going to move along to some stencils. There are 5 new stencils at Pretty Pink Posh, and they're all fabulous. This one here is called Seashell Background. It's just beautiful. It's one layer too, so this is just one layer. Then there's another one layer. This one is called Summer Words. Cute as that. And then there's also another one layer. This one is called Wave Edges. This one's special. It comes with the positive and negative, but I'm calling it one. But see, this is what it looks like. I love that they include the negative. So this is the negative, and then this is what the stencil looks. It's like 4 in 1 because you have 4 sides to it. But that is brand new. And then there are some 2-layer stencils that are just as lovely. We have the layered coral. Fabulous coral elements. And then we also have, this one here is called Layered Seashells. And we're going to use this on our card project today. So I'll put this to the side along with these. Now we're going to move along to the die sets. And they're amazing. We have Shoreline Borders. This is a 4-piece die set. Perfect for so many size cards because they're extra long. But look how cool this water is. Or shoreline. I just think this is awesome. This is brand new. I'm putting this to the side because we're going to use this today. There's also a new die, script die. This is the summer script. Creates a nice summer die cut. I'm putting that aside because we're going to use that too. Another die set that comes with a shadow. This is called the Good Vibes Shadow Die Set. It has that fabulous Good Vibes font, and then there's a shadow that you can put behind it. That's brand new. There's a new seashell border die. I love the borders because, one, I love the stitch detail. All of the seashells have stitch detail. And then you have seashells that can layer on top. So you can add one, miss one, add one, miss one for dimension, which I just love doing. I had created a video using one of Pretty Pink Posh's butterfly borders, and I'll link that video at the end if you want to check it out. But it's the same concept is with the seashells. I think it's great for summer cards. Okay, we have a sandcastle shaker. How cute is this? There are flags too that you can die cut out to put on top of the sandcastle. This is great on its own, but there's elements that you pop in to create the shaker window, and then you remove them to create the shaker background. It's just adorable. So that's brand new. And then there's also a seashell shaker. Now that is a tough one to say. This is wonderful. We're going to use this on our card and create a big shaker for today's project. There's a cover plate. It's called the Chevron Pierced cover plate. And they're large piercing, so it's really going to show up in your background. And this is, I believe, an A2 panel. Let me bring in my card base. My card base is an A2, so yes, this will create an A2 panel beautifully. And I just love chevron print, so that's brand new. Another shaker in the June release is called the Sand Bucket Shaker. And how cute is this? I love sand buckets. It's just adorable. You get the shovel, you get the handle, and then you get the shaker element with the two inserts. So you can create a shaker out of this if you want or not. And then you can have the shaker out of the bottom if you want. That's brand new. And then we have a new die set called Stitched Seashells. These are on the larger side and they are just lovely. Each seashell has stitch detail in them. And the seashells are fabulous. That's new. And then there's some coral that's just as fabulous. It's called Stitched Coral. All of these have stitch detail except for this one here. This one doesn't. But they're just lovely. So that's everything in the brand new Pretty Pink Posh release for June 2025. I'll be creating 4 projects this month, so keep a lookout for those. And today we're going to jump in with our first project. Now I mentioned we're going to use the Shoreline Borders, and I'm going to take one of them, and I have 2 pieces of cardstock here. I have a light teal and I have a blue. I picked colors that coordinated with my confetti or my clay mix. Okay, and what we're going to do is take a border here, and I'm going to just use one, but you can mix and match them if you wanted to. I'm going to use this one on the end, and I'm going to cut out a border on the bottom here, and then I'll do the same thing. I'll cut a border on the bottom here, and I want to make sure that they're positioned almost similar, and because we're going to layer them together. So I'm going to take my layered seashells, and I'm going to bring in my grip mat, and we're going to do some stenciling on here. Back this down, kind of centering it, and then I'm bringing in 2 inks. I have a turquoise ink and a blue ink. I'm going to start with my blue, and I'm going to add a little color very lightly over it. I kind of want it kind of subtle. I don't want to go too bold. I'm going to go in with my turquoise. I'm not too concerned about the middle because my shaker is pretty large and it's going to cover that. Okay, and then I'm going to bring in a darker blue too. I want a dark blue that will coordinate with this color. So we have 3 different colors here, and I'm just going to wipe off my stencil, and then we are going to add our next layer to this. Now for this layer, I'm bringing in some texture paste. Texture paste, this is Opaque Matte. And what this is going to do, it's going to add some white highlights to my seashells, and it's going to give me dimension at the same time. That's all there is to this. I'm going to go ahead and lift this off. Lovely. And that will be my background. I'm going to clean off my stencil and we're going to build a shaker. Now I went ahead and die cut out my shaker with white cardstock, and then I also die cut out my acetate too. It curls it a little bit because of the stitch detail, but that doesn't harm anything. If you add this, after you die cut this out, take this die, layer it over the top here, and run it through your die cut machine, and then this is where you have your shaker window. Okay, I'm going to flip this over. We're going to add some glue behind here, and I'm going to add my acetate. I'm just going to give this a second to adhere. Since I'm using glue, it does take a little bit of time to adhere. But while this adheres, I'm going to bring in some foam strips, and then we are going to add it. If you wanted to add different colors to each one of these sections, you could, but I'm just going to add foam tape around the perimeter of our seashell here. Okay, let's go ahead and take our Beach Town mix. And these Pretty Pink Posh always puts this in Ziploc bags so you could seal them afterwards, which makes it really convenient. I'm going to go ahead and add some of my mix. Now I'm only doing 1 layer of foam tape, but if you wanted to double up on it for more shake, you could do that. Now I'm going to take my top layer, and we're just going to layer them both together. Give it a good press, and look at that. I think 1 layer of foam, and it's really not that thick, look. 1 layer of foam tape works really great, and they still shake a lot. But how cute is that? So that's our shaker element. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and die cut out my greeting next. I'm going to use this color cardstock for my greeting, and I'm going to die cut it out using my summer script. I also die cut it out twice with white cardstock. Now this is a little bit intricate, and what I like to do is get a finger dauber. This is one I specifically use for my glue. I'm going to add some glue over the top. Give it a little tap, and then I'll flip these over, and then we just tap the glue on the back, and then we can layer them pretty quickly. We'll take this, and then we're going to put it on our seashell shaker. I'm going to add it at an angle. I'm also going to use our summer sentiment strips, and I'm going to stamp "Enjoy Your Day." I'm going to die cut these out with my sentiment strip dies. I'm going to take the one that has stitch detail. I'm going to die cut that out with some vellum, and then I will line this one up here, and I will run this through my die cut machine. So now we have our greeting. I'm going to layer it on my vellum. And that is my second greeting. I'm not going to add it to this just yet. We're going to finish layering our 2 elements. Our texture paste should be dry. Lovely. We're going to go ahead and layer this on our card base. Right over the top, so we have a little blue showing on the top. And then I'm going to take my shaker. Let's add some glue behind here. And I'm going to layer this at an angle. I'm going to bring in some of my jewels, and we are going to add a little bit of shine in our background. And lastly, I'm bringing in some black and white baker's twine. I'm going to thread it through my card here. And I'm going to cover up the seam with the twine. Tying a bow here to the left. I think that kind of ties the greeting together. But that will finish off my card today. I hope this gives you a little bit of inspiration. I look forward to creating some more projects later on during the month with some of the brand new release items. Thanks so much for joining me. Have a wonderful day. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye. Thanks so much for sticking with me to the end. I have 2 more videos that you guys might be interested here. If you guys are new and like the content that you see, click that subscribe button and also the notification bell. That way for future videos, be notified. Also, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. It sure does help the channel. Have a wonderful day. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.